Welcome to the USA New Times, where truth has no agenda and every story seeks peace. In a world divided, we shine a light on what unites us: honesty, justice, and love. Inspired by the words of Jesus, love your neighbor as yourself.
Good afternoon again, and welcome to another episode on the US New Times. Today we are going to discuss the insight look at the enduring links between the family of the family between Habyarimana family and the FDLR terrorist group. This is our hot topic today on the US New Times. I hope that you have been enjoying some of our episodes that we bring you almost every day. We analyze, we also give you updates. Today we are going to look at the former Republican president of Rwanda, Major General President Juvenal Habyarimana, who died in a plane crash on 6th April 1994. We are going also to look at his family after his death, how his family have been behaving, what was the role of some of his family members, especially the wife, during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. So stay tuned as we give you the full story about this family. Habyarimana Juvenal was born on 18th March 1937 from Gasiza, former Karago commune, in Gisenyi Prefecture, former Gisenyi Prefecture. It's now in Nyabihu district of Western Province of Rwanda. Habyarimana went to Nyundo Minor Seminary, or after he completed, he went to Nyakinama Minor Seminary, and in 1960, he went to ESO, a school that was training military officers in 1966, which was located here in Kigali. And after that, President Habyarimana went to be trained from France at a staff college where they were training military leaders. From there, he was appointed the Chief Army Commander of the Republic of Rwanda from 1963 to 1964, a position he held under the President Grigori Kayibanda, who once trusted him so much. And from 1965, he was a Minister of Defense. On the 5th of July 1973, he overthrew the government of Grigori Kayibanda through a coup d'etat, and then he became the Republican president, and that's when the Second Republic was born. So we start the journey from there. I was just giving you the brief history about this man. Now we're going to look at some of his works as a president, the good works, the evil works. We're going to look at everything. So stay tuned at the US New Times as we give you the accurate information. Habyarimana Juvenal was married to Agatha Kanziga. A lot of you may know about Agatha Kanziga. It's not a new name in a lot of you, but some people it might be a new name. That was his wife. He got married to. Agatha Kanziga currently lives in France, and she has been in and out of courts on different charges, including charges against humanity, charges against genocide against the Tutsi. All those are the charges that she has been charged for several times at different times. So among the children that President Habyarimana had, we had the Jarika Habyarimana, we had the Ri Habyarimana, we had the Anosiata Habyarimana, we had the Helen Habyarimana, we had the Jean Habyarimana, we had Jean-Pierre Habyarimana. Those were some of his children. But among those 8, we have some who have been active on media, being active in politics, and have been appearing on different social media platforms, including, this may include, it includes Twitter and others, including Jarika Habyarimana, Ray Habyarimana, Anosiata Habyarimana, Helen Habyarimana. All these have been very active on the social media. But today, we are going to be specific, looking at one of them who has been very, very active, and this was Jarika Habyarimana, who has been very active on social media and he has been actually trying to portray the picture that his father didn't have the role, though he didn't have any responsibility in the preparation of the genocide against Tutsi. He has also been trying to make his father or his mother a saint. We are going to look at that. Jean-Luc Habyarimana has also not stopped working, collaborating closely with a terrorist group commonly called FDLR. Jean-Luc Habyarimana has been a close ally of President Tshisekedi of Republic of Congo. He has also been a close ally of President Evariste Ndayishimiye. People don't question themselves, why should Jean-Luc Habyarimana be an ally of Tshisekedi? Why should Jean-Luc Habyarimana be an ally of Ndayishimiye Evariste? Because these people have openly declared war against Rwanda. They have declared they could help anyone who wants to invade and destabilize Rwanda. And this is what Jean-Luc Habyarimana has been advocating for, to invade Rwanda and destabilize the Rwandan peace. Apart from that, we have also been looking at other issues, such as the mother going to court, denying her role in the role in preparation and the execution of genocide against the Tutsi. It has not been easy. It has not been easy because the proofs are there. The way the government was formed, starting from 1973, when he became a president, when they had what they called akazu. They used to employ or just putting in the government people from the same area. These were coming from Gisenyi. A lot of people are very familiar with what they used to call akazu. Apart from akazu, we also had the other issues like divisionalism and politics of hatred. This is what actually was much into the governance of President Habyarimana. Apart from that, after his demise, Rwanda went into a dark crowd where we had the genocide against the Tutsi. Over 1 million Tutsis were killed in cold blood in just 100 days. And the wife to Habyarimana, including those who are in FDLR, FDLR is born out of ex-FAR fighters, ex-FAR soldiers. And those were the soldiers for President Habyarimana, and President Habyarimana was the chief of all of them, the one they call not army commander, but he was the overall army commander. He was the army commander because he was the president. So some of the people were still in FDLR. You must understand, they were under his command. I'm sure this is the relationship that continues with his family, with the wife and the children. They still believe that those are the soldiers for his father. That's what I think. And they believe that once they can command them, they believe that they can work with them. And that's why they try to make them friends. That's why they try to bring them near them. So in my view is that President Habyarimana's children and family, they are not yet, have not repented from what they did in 1994. They killed civilians. They aided killing civilians. They aided other Rwandans killing other fellow Rwandans because of their bad politics. And this landed Rwanda into a dark days. The 100 days from 6th April to 4th July 1994. Those were dark days in Rwanda because people were dying. Others were fleeing Rwanda, going to Zaire. All those were as a result of bad government from 1973, during the Second Republic, to 1994. So his children have not stopped coming into the media, clearly showing their side. Of course, no one can doubt their side. It's clear, and no one can actually have a question about it. If it was anyone else, can also, I think you can do the same, joining the side of their father. But is it the right thing to do? The right thing to do, I think, was to have come to Rwanda and join other Rwandans in developing Rwanda, and forget what happened in the past. Jean-Luc Habyarimana has been very, very provocative on social media, especially on Twitter. He has been actually synthesizing or has been making his mother a saint that she never had at all. Minding you that during the time for plane crash, Jean-Luc Habyarimana himself was not in Rwanda. I think he was in school in France together with some of his siblings. Only the mother and others were here. The mother had to fly direct to France. This is where even those who went to join them from France. So after they have lived in exile now for over 30 years. They have been living in France, and he has been active from there. Time to time, he has visited Congo DR before. He has had protocols and private meetings with President Tshisekedi. So you can understand what is in his mind. You can understand, you can tell what he's planning to do. You can tell what he's seeing, the future he wants to lead himself into. It's a future of fighting, it's a future of war. But my question is, maybe you can tell me in the comments, can Jean-Luc Habyarimana manage to fight the current Rwandan government? Can he manage to wage a war against this government, this regime? My answer is no. He's actually wasting his time. That's what I can say. But I'm not, I'm not his spokesperson. He obviously is big enough. He knows what he's doing. But I can tell you that his family is very close with FDLR. I told you FDLR is born from the former FAR soldiers, and that's why his father was. His father was the boss. He was once the Minister of Defense. He was once the army commander. So you can understand the ties that his father have had with these people. People like those people are still remaining there. Last time I told you about them. People like Byiringiro Victor, obviously he knows them. People like Gakwere who is around, I'm sure he knows them because those were also part of ex-FAR. So there are others who are not only in Congo, they are in different countries. I'm sure they also communicate with them. So this is what I was trying to show you, to prove to you that the Habyarimana government, the Habyarimana family working with this terrorist group, it couldn't be a surprise because they were together even during the genocide against the Tutsi. Some of them participated in the same genocide that was organized by Habyarimana himself and his allies. So I thank you so much. My name is Innocent Abungisha, your presenter on the US New Times. Our stories are everyday stories, everyday discoveries. I will come you for another episode tomorrow. Thank you and have a very pleasant.
Welcome to the USA New Times, where truth has no agenda and every story seeks peace. In a world divided, we shine a light on what unites us: honesty, justice, and love. Inspired by the words of Jesus, love your neighbor as yourself,